Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trenopole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Reds. Now, if you found the show, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, smash that thumbs up. I am over 800 subscribers, 802 to be exact. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, if you're watching it, the live stream on Bearcat Country or Bengals Nation or on Ohio State Bucknuts, if you could, please do me a favor and you enjoy the show, go to YouTube, watch it there, subscribe there, and comment there. Because I'm glad you guys like it. That's awesome. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I get monetized and I need the views and yada, yada, yada. So if you enjoy the show, go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, make it change colors, hit the bell for the notification. It just helps me out. Other than that, let's get going here. Oh, hold on a second. One more thing. I got to do the announcement. This show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys. Now, the Bearcats, they're supposed to play a basketball game Wednesday. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. The AAC has announced that the men's basketball game between East Carolina and Cincinnati, scheduled for January 13th, has been postponed due to a positive COVID test. So the next Bearcat basketball game is this Saturday, January 16th versus Tulane, long as there's no positive COVID test. Now, one date that all Bengals fans need to keep in mind, and I think this is a huge date, and this will determine what the Bengals are going to do in the offseason. That is NFL free agency. It starts March 17th, 2020. That's before the draft. If the Bengals go out and sign 2 offensive linemen, I think then we can go get our toys. We can go get Jamar Chase. We can go get Devontae, the guy who killed the Buckeyes last night. We can go get him. We can go get one of these toys. But you got to fix the offensive line first. All right, now, Joe Burrow. He met with the media today for the first time since being back in Cincinnati. Here's a couple interesting tidbits he said. He said the worst part is over and the fun begins. I mean, he's walking right now with no knee brace, no nothing. The knee is structurally, I think, sound. He's just got to get it stronger. That's the biggest thing. Getting it stronger, getting him ready to play football. Now, he expects to start throwing in mid-February. He hopes to be running on the underwater treadmill in late February. And to quote Joe, I think preseason is probably pushing it a bit, but that week 1 is my goal, is Joe's goal. So I've said this for a while. I think he's going to be back game 1. Now, it's not any different than this year. If he misses preseason and, he doesn't get to practice with the guys that much because he didn't really get to do that a whole lot this past offseason. So hopefully COVID protocols and everything will be able to, lighten up a little bit and we can do some in-person stuff like Joe said. He's also, there's some news about Frank Pollock that I thought was interesting. Joe Mixon blew Joe Burrow's phone up talking about how excited that Joe Mixon is that Frank Pollock is the Bengals' new offensive line coach and run game coordinator. Now, with that being said, I'm going to bring my boys in, and we have to get Jeremy D back because he was I don't know if you guys saw him go live on Bucknuts last night. He was very upset, very distraught. He's had a very depressed day today because the Ohio State Buckeyes got their ass whooped by Alabama. So, Jeremy, how you doing today? You all right?
What do you think, Jeff?
I think you're depressed and upset and pissed off still. my personal opinion.
Well, let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As I said when I went live on Bucknuts, and as I said on the Ice Bar, I sent it over there as well. I literally, and I got to give Alabama all the credit in the world too. By the way, John Mooney, if you're watching this, Kayla, Chris Holmes, I'll call you all out by name. I want to see you guys come up here and talk your trash. Anyway, we can talk about Alabama and their playmakers all we want to, But that defense was an embarrassment last night. I was personally embarrassed to watch. Towards the end of the fourth quarter, I was watching the game, but I was done. That was it. What more can you say? I could tell by the first freaking drive that we were not going to stop Devontae Smith. We couldn't stop. Sean Wade.
Devontae Smith crushed you guys last night. They couldn't cover him at all. I mean,
we had linebackers chasing
the schemes that they had were they were running him all. If you watched him in the pre-snap, he's running this way, running that way, and then he's taking off. So I mean, who's ever cover him, he's got to go from this side of the field to that side, and then run and go get him. I mean, it was impressive watching him last night, I'll say.
And here's my deal. Kerry Combs, if he's got a job still at the end of the year, I will be shocked. The Buckeyes normally don't play around with this kind of thing. I could see Kerry Combs coming back to Cincinnati. Y'all could be happy with that. That's fine. You can have him. But let me tell you something.
We do need a defensive coordinator now.
Exactly. There you go. You can have him because we got 35-year-old Tough Borland playing in his 10th year at the Buckeyes. I don't know if he's my God, the guy's been here since I was 12. He's chasing Devontae Smith down the middle of the field. Then Sean Wade, he doesn't call Devontae Smith out, but he has the gall just to even bring it up, just even say something stupid. Who you want to be on tonight? It was loaded questions. Who do you want to be on tonight? Well, Sean Wade. Him. I'm him. Well, who I want to be on. You know who I want to take on.
Well, what's he supposed to say?
You probably just lost your first round draft status. You probably shouldn't have come back this year. And we probably have somebody on the bench that's better than you because you are not an outside cover guy. You will never be one. You won't be one in the NFL. You better hope to God that a slot corner is needed in the NFL in the first round, hardcore, or you may slip to the third round. As far as I'm concerned, you're a third round talent. I mean, 12 catches, 215 yards for Devontae Smith. He's the Heisman freaking Trophy winner. And I'm watching Borland, who's been here for 2 decades, trying to chase this guy down. I'll give it to Alabama. But I also have no idea what type of defense we were trying to play. Then we come out in the second half, and it's pretty much the same deal. Nothing really much changed. And you know what? They've got better talent we do. We had some injuries. Okay, that's great. But we didn't have enough injuries to let that offense go up and down the field on us for a total of 621 damn yards and give up 52 points to Alabama. That is a joke. And I'll call it out right now. You can mark my name on it. If I see another defense that looks like this in primetime championship game, I will start a petition to get these coaches out of Ohio State. I swear to God, Kerry Combs, you've lost it for me, dude. Lost it.
So, Mike, how you doing? You all right there, Mike? You haven't said anything. How was your night?
I'm doing okay. Just listening to Jeremy over here. I know that I got to admit, the offense wasn't too bad, last night. The defense it's like, where did Kerry Combs go, But I do give a lot of credit to the running back, though. I like the running back for Ohio State.
Teague had a decent game, but he is not Trey Sermon,
Well, dude, that hurt the Buckeyes losing him in the very first offensive play, losing Sermon right off the bat.
And we could talk about that all day long, but the fact of the matter is we had Teague behind him. We got Crowley behind him. We got Michael Williams, who is one of the best running backs in the nation. He's a freshman, but my God, put him in. Fields was playing with bruised ribs. He couldn't run. At that point, I'm saying, why not? When we're down 21 points, we had a touchdown taken away from us, which I believe was a touchdown. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he caught the ball and he got his left foot in first. And then the back foot came in and it was out of bounds and they called it no touchdown. And then, of course, they stuck with their call.
Right.
But, 31 points, it doesn't matter. I don't care if we'd have scored 50 points last night. We would have still lost the damn game.
Well, I have to call out Tim Beadle here. He said the real national championship was December 19th when Florida lost by 6 to Alabama. And then let me think, didn't Florida get their ass whooped by Texas A&M? So I'm not sure what that. Yeah, so you can just go away with that.
And they lost to LSU too. So
you're right.
One of the worst teams in the SEC. What's up, DP? Dennis
What's
Perry.
going on, Dennis?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's going on, man?
Brother?
Not much. Look like the Bearcats play like the drive sheet, the softener. The Bearcats play like the softener snuggles.
You talking about the Buckeyes?
Yeah, the Buckeyes defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. Go ahead, buddy.
I was hoping for them to play a lot better than they play Clemson, because I forget the quarterback. He played like a Superman, and then when he got hurt, I think he got knocked down a peg or two because it looked like he was gunshot. Because you remember when he was going to throw that ball close to the end zone? I saw a running room. He could have run right through there because of a big old hole. Man.
Yeah.
So Chris Bengal's got a message for you here. Yeah. Jeremy said, "Shut up."
See, Chris Bengal
in a nice way.
Yeah, okay. Jeremy, be happy. Jeremy, be happy they made it. Made it. We beat the best team in the nation. So the Clemson Tigers, bro.
Best
Alabama can't beat them. Alabama can't beat them though, but we beat them. So, well, I mean, what? Okay, so let's go on. But I understand your pain. But I almost guessed right on the score. Yeah, you did. I remember that, and I wasn't going to put any bets up there. And the reason was we had a lot of talent that was sitting on the bench. I knew about it. And also, when the game first started, I knew once Trey Sermon was gone, they told Day and the coaching staff told Fields not to run the ball because he took one more hard hit like he did. We're talking NFL career being seriously demolished.
Now, one thing I'll say about Saban, I have to give, and I can't stand him because he wins all the time.
Yeah, they need to get a new defensive coach.
What Saban
going to get
Dennis, also, what Saban has done over the last 6 years or more, when he won the championship, he was a running first, defensive guy first, and now he's completely changed his whole style. I'm sorry, but I gotta give him credit. I mean, I can't stand the guy. I can't stand the SEC. But, dude, 6 years ago, he would have never thrown the ball as much as they did last night. Never. And they had to change everything, and it's worked. I mean,
45 times they actually threw the ball last night,
Right.
That's not a Saban offense. But the fact of the matter is the Buckeyes should have been ready for it. They've seen it. I don't care if we only played 7 games. And then, now we got people saying, well, you only played 7 games. You don't deserve to be there. And then we also have people saying, well, you only played 7 games. And that's why, you guys weren't as in sync. And no, let me tell you something. Fields, you know what? He was injured. He tried to gut it out. At one point in the game, I thought we should have come out
here. Now, one thing we got it wrong. They lost to Oklahoma. Yes, they had 11 stars out, but Trash, who Tim has told me was just as good as Joe Burrow, shocked that game. So don't come with me with that. So I'm sorry, dude. Florida would have got their ass whooped by Alabama last night too. So just
big time.
Yeah. Sorry.
But go ahead, Dennis. What was you saying, brother?
Oh yeah, I was just saying that the Ohio State need to get a better defense coach because they're getting some blue chip prospects next year, and they're gonna. After that, they're going to win 2 national championships back to back. That's if they want to stay there 4 years, they can stay because they're going to get some blue chip knockouts. But that's they're going to get the coach to do it to get them all together.
Well, they had to get. I mean, Ohio State, the coach or not, they didn't have enough speed in the secondary to keep up with Alabama. I mean, and that has nothing to do with coaching. That team's faster than you.
They're there.
Huh? What'd you say, Dennis?
Because they all wasn't there. There was COVID. Because if they had most of their team,
would have been a different story.
Indiana threw on them though. I mean, I said this back then. Indiana threw all over them. Ohio State's biggest problem all year has been their secondary. When Indiana's throwing all over you, Alabama's going to crush you.
It's been Sean Wade, really, and Wade's
Wade's
supposed
playing
to
out
be
of position. You've even said that. I mean, because they don't have anybody else to play outside. I mean, he's the best thing they got.
I guess not. That's all I can think of.
Right.
You know, because why in the hell are you keeping him on the outside? He's already said he's not comfortable on the outside. He played inside his whole career. He had a CUDA outside of him in the NFL. First year, he had a Ward on the NFL. We lost a lot of talent, and it caught up with us last night with talent and injuries. And no excuses. Good job, Alabama. Great. You got back at us. We whooped your ass in 15. You got us this time. Good job. Man, we'll see you next year.
UJ Dog wants to know why I hate the SEC. Well, because here in Cincinnati, all I hear is from these Kentucky fans who drive me nuts about how great the SEC is. And their football team sucks. So they will pick any SEC team and go, oh, well, we're better than you. Okay. And when the Bearcats were good back in 2009 and we were going to the Orange Bowl, Kentucky fans go, well, we could beat you. Can we play in the SEC? I'm like, you suck in the SEC. So that's why I can't stand SEC fans, because it's just I'm not saying you do, UGA Dog, Go Dogs. I'm not saying you are, but just the SEC fans that I know act like they're up here and everybody else, especially my Bearcats, are way down here. And it just gets annoying like that. And that's why I'm sorry. I thoroughly enjoyed almost beating you. We should have beat you, but we didn't. We didn't win, but at least we played with you. So that's why I can't stand SEC fans in general. Sorry, I'm surrounded. I'm right across the river from Kentucky, so I'm surrounded with Kentucky fans, and they're going to talk crap about my football team or my college football team, saying their team would beat ours because they play in the SEC. You guys suck in the SEC in football. So that's why. Sorry, go ahead. I had to go a little off there.
I've been reading a couple comments, and I got to say, Dallas, you just put Crypt Keeper in his place. Way to go. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead, Dennis. What else did you have, brother?
Yeah, I don't understand why they call it, Alabama the best team. Like every year they say, "Oh, this is the best team." Blah 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 blah. I don't understand.
The reason they're saying
last year they said LSU was the best team. Now they're saying,
right.
oh yeah, Alabama is the best team.
I will take that LSU team over this Alabama team any day of the week, because that LSU team had a defense. Alabama, that LSU's defense, I think, could have stopped Alabama last night. I really do.
It'd be good to see. I would love to see.
Talking about last year's LSU team?
Yes, last year's.
Last year's.
Yeah, with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But you know what? We should have put up 31. The refs took it. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is this. You give up 52 points. I don't care who your quarterback is, how great your offensive line is. Alabama won the Joe Moore Award, but the Buckeyes were right up there with them, even though we had a starting lineman out as well. But the Buckeyes, one thing about the Buckeyes, and there's different things for different teams, but we do not put up with losing. We do not put up with giving 621 total yards to a team.
So what? 200 yards to one player last night in the first half.
Before halftime.
Yeah, before halftime.
There's going to be coaches gone.
Yeah.
And it will start with Terry Combs.
I have a question. Why is it the coach who they didn't have the speed to keep up with them? So it doesn't matter how they coach them. If you don't have the speed to keep up with them, they don't have anybody to keep up with them.
We have the speed. We had
obviously you didn't, because
we had Tom Portland chasing him down the damn field. He's a 35-year-old linebacker. What do you expect? You should have went out there and played linebacker.
Yeah. Couldn't cover him. What? You're pulling out one play where they had a linebacker on. What about all the other ones where the cornerbacks are on? They couldn't cover him.
I could name about 4 plays where a linebacker was on Devontae Smith.
All right. What about the other 7?
Well, there you go. I mean, Tom Wade's a joke. I've told you that. What more do you want me to say? All I'm saying is,
I want you to say you did not have the speed to keep up with them, and that's the reason you got beat.
We had the speed.
Obviously, you didn't. That's why you couldn't stop him.
When we're playing zone defense and he's running crossers across the field, and you got guys like Tough Borland and Pete Warner trying to take on a 4'3", 175-pound, 6'1" little scat Heisman winner,
I know.
and put somebody else running.
I know. You keep talking about that.
Maybe safety help. Maybe some safety help would have been nice.
I don't know.
Anything.
Get players who can run as fast as them. that might be more in your recruiting. I mean, to me, that goes back to the Bengals. Like, everybody wants to go get Jamar Chase and all these other toys and everything, which is great. But if you don't fix the offensive line, you can't do any of it. If they don't have the players to keep up with Alabama, everyone wants to blame the coaches. Like, okay, cool. Well, you should blame the guys who were recruiting, which is probably part of the coaches too. But they didn't have the guys to do it. If you don't have the talent to keep up with the other team that's more talented than you are, most time talent wins out. It does. Most time.
Coming from a Bengals fan here, guys.
And
I mean a Buckeye fan. My bad.
and a Bearcat fan. Yeah, Bearcat fan who almost beat Georgia.
We can tell who the Buckeye fans are on here. I think one's JD, the other one is DP. Okay, there we go. No, what'd you think, Mike? What do you think about it, man?
It's really hard to say. I mean, I think it's all about coaching, and I would have to agree with both of you guys on that. I mean, but speed doesn't win you games. It's executing and having great coaching.
If you can't keep up with the guy, I don't give a crap how you execute. If he's faster than you, you're not going to keep up with him. You can run all the plays you want. If that dude's faster than you, 99% of the time, you ain't catching him.
Kerry Combs putting a linebacker on Devontae Smith 4 times last night in different plays is not a winning formula. Doesn't have anything to do with speed.
How many times did Wade get beat?
Wade's a joke. I've been saying that all year. He should have went to the draft last year.
Then why didn't they get somebody else who's faster or better?
Oh, he's supposed to be the captain. He's the big junior.
I'm just saying you keep. I just get tired of everybody blaming the coaches for everything. If you don't have the talent, you don't have the talent. And I know how to talented team.
This many
yards. In that aspect, Alabama was more talented. They were. I mean, they just were.
We did have last year with most of these same guys. A lot of them were injured, but we also had a lot go to the NFL last year. But even the first, 7 games this year against Clemson, okay, the best, fastest, Alabama couldn't beat them. Well, we come up with a pretty damn good game plan against them. But last night, the Buckeyes don't give up 621 yards on defense, period. It doesn't happen. So that's why I'm putting this more onto the defensive coordinator, the linebacker coach, we were out a couple defensive linemen as well. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not making excuses, but I don't believe that they were faster than us or had more talent. I just don't believe we were in the right position ever. I don't think we blitzed enough. I mean, Mac Jones sat back there his whole life last night, looking around, just pitching the ball.
It honestly looked like Bengals defense to me.
It did.
Says, if they had speed, then why did they play zone? I think Day and Combs knew they didn't have the speed to cover Bama's receivers. That's why they played zone. You might have a point.
They found out. They found out, didn't they?
I don't. Like I said, I don't think they could cover them. That's the biggest problem. They couldn't cover them.
I'll give you that for Devontae Smith. He was probably the fastest.
That was one of the greatest performances I've seen of a college wide receiver in my life.
Okay, I'll give you him. But Waddle had pins in his foot, for crying out loud, and Shaun Wade couldn't cover him. I mean,
Shaun Wade couldn't cover the guys at Indiana. I mean, sorry.
We won the game.
Right, yeah, you won the game. Yeah, you won that one. Yeah.
And we earned our way to the championship. So all you Buckeye haters can kiss my All right. All
right, Dennis, got anything else, brother?
This one thing, I don't know if they're going to get a new defensive coordinator, but they got more emphasis about tackling and wrapping, and when they hit them, they got to hit them hard enough where they make them up scared, like bring the wood, like bring the hammer. And then and then maybe put it all together. And then now you two, Jeremy Dean and Strawberry Ice. I don't know if you remember the Odd Couple, the old TV show. That's what you guys remind me of, the Odd Couple.
that guy right there, he's a jackass.
Yeah. That's all I had to say.
Like,
that's all I had to say. Get it done. That's all.
We get arguments like this all the time, so it's all good. All right, Dennis, man, appreciate you coming on the show, brother.
Thank you very much. Get her done.
Take it easy, buddy. All right.
Well, that was fun.
And Mike just sits there in the middle going, please don't fight. Please stop.
I don't like it when you guys argue.
I know.
Actually,
my wife is there going, would you stop? I'm like, it's sports. It's a sports show. We're supposed to argue. All right. Now I got some. I actually got some UC football news too. I wanted to recruiting news that we have a decommitment. Unfortunately, now I'm gonna mess his name up, but Mama bin Wahad, he's a 2022 defensive back from Georgia, has decommitted from Cincinnati. That's what happens when we lose one of the best defensive coaches in the country. So,
did you say Mama bin Laden? What did you say?
Yeah, I don't know whatever his name was. I couldn't read it. That's the best as it gets.
Well, on that other front, the Buckeyes did. We got the 5-star quarterback Kyle McCord. He'll be coming to Ohio State, and he's the one that stood on the goal line and threw the ball 100 yards to the other goal line when he was in high school. Which arm strength, whatever, but hopefully he's shown in high school he's got it. Hopefully he's had it. He'll have it for the Buckeyes here in a couple of years. So we'll see.
All right. Well, let's see here. I'm trying to bring this one. I hit the wrong one. Sharbass Dog wants to know how many first downs did UC get in the second half? Well, not that many, but I will say this, and I said this to other Georgia fans. If our left tackle wasn't a dumbass and get a targeting penalty, the second half would have been a lot different. But he was, and because the first half you guys weren't getting them. Once we lost our left tackle, your defense was taking over the game. So, but it still took a 50-something yard field goal to beat us. So, I mean,
53.
Yeah, the longest the kid's ever kicked in his life. So, I'm not really sure why you guys keep bringing up stuff where you barely still beat us, but you can. That's cool. Whatever helps you get sleep at night, that's fine. We still played toe-to-toe with you the entire time, and we lost our left tackle the entire game, or the entire second half, and we still almost beat you. So, not sure what your point is there, but there you go. Anyway.
I will concede on that one, and I'll let Mike say what he's got to say to that part.
I think Mike did. He laughed.
Oh,
I did. I agree with Jeff. Even with our guy getting tossed out of the game, we still almost beat him.
Well, shut up. Look, if we run the ball on third down, we probably win the freaking game. So I'm not sure why Georgia fans keep coming at me and saying, "Oh, well, you guys didn't get a first down." I say, right, I know our left tackle was out, and the guy who replaced him had like 5 freaking false starts, and you guys ran around him. So, but our starting left tackle, you guys didn't do anything. So, anyway,
I personally think Georgia was faster than you guys, and that's why you got your asses whooped.
Actually, they weren't. That's why we we did not get our asses whooped. We lost by 3 points. I'm not counting the safety at the end of the game. That doesn't count. Well, we lost by 3 points, legitimately. You count the safety, that's fine, but they beat us with a field goal, not the safety. That was just because we had to try to big them.
I do agree with you, Jeff and Jeremy, with the whole SEC fans, though. They act like they're God or something, They act like they own everybody. It's like, y'all ain't any better than the AAC.
I got 2 Kentucky fans blowing up the chat here going, "Hey, we won 3 in a row. We won 3 in a row." Who cares? You won 3 in a row. Who gives a crap? Yay, you won 3 in a row. Congratulations.
From 0?
Whatever. Oh
Oh
man!
man,
I got you, dog. I got you. Georgia fans, you guys can get me fired up. I will definitely say that. You guys can get me fired up because I hear this crap from these Kentucky fans all the time, and then when I hear that from you guys, and we played with you the entire game, and it's been a week and a half since the game or whatever. So like, oh well, you're still coming at me. What's up? Like, appreciate you. Hey man, it's like I said, it's sports, man. If we can't argue and agree to disagree on sports, then you guys are on the wrong show. Because I will argue with you, and we're still friends. I don't care. That's right. If you guys want to come on the show, come on the show. The link's at the top of the chat. So, but I am excited about the prospect and how I think Joe Burrow is rehabbing and how it's going. Because I mean, he walked into the facility Saturday, no knee brace, no limp, no nothing. So I mean, the knee seems to be structural. I mean, I'm no doctor, but he seems to be structurally sound. He's doing everything like a normal human. He said he's just basically they've got to build the strength around it. And like I've said before, where people don't think he's going to be back game one. I mean, I think he is, but I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I have no idea. But it just seems like he has a very good shot of doing it. And everybody forgets. I don't know if they forget it or not, but Carson Palmer had the exact same knee injury. And okay, maybe he didn't tear his ACL. He tore his MCL or tore one of them. And it was in January or the end of December. It's during the playoffs. And he came back game one and played. So that's where I'm like, I'm not really concerned. I really do think Burrow will be back game one. The bigger thing would be nice if they can get the COVID restrictions down and we can actually, they can actually meet in person and, he could actually throw to some of these guys. Like if AJ Green comes back, which I don't really think he's going to, but he can actually like practice, throwing to him. I mean, they're not going to move around, but you can stand there and try to throw the ball to the guy. You can do stuff in practice, and simulate games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, and then I'll send it to you, Mike, because I know you've got a little bit of information or knowledge on this stuff, but, I'm just trying to be cautiously optimistic. I think the Bengals do need to pick up a decent backup just in case there are setbacks. Burrow said that he don't think he's going to be ready for any preseason games. So that worries me because our last preseason game is literally a week from the season. So, it's a little touchy there, but you know what? I am optimistic, hopeful that he does start game one, but in case he can't, and in case we've got to go 3 or 4 games, this is Zach's last hoorah.
What excuses did I make? Because Eric Griff said, "Here we go, more excuses. Every team goes through protocols." I didn't use an excuse. I just said I hope they can. I hope they lighten it, but not for the Bengals. That's for every NFL team.
I think he's talking about Ohio State. I believe. I think I could be wrong, but I think that's what he's
the
talking
last
about.
thing. I don't know.
I didn't bring up any protocols.
That's the only thing I said. So I'm not sure what Griff's talking about. Talking about me, I'm not making any excuses. So
yeah, I mean, I didn't bring up no protocols. I don't agree with anything the Big Ten did this year. I think that they completely screwed up everybody in the Big Ten. But anyway, back to Burrow.
This is another interesting here. Poor Bengal fan. Kentucky could beat UC in football.
No,
you're talking about their actual football team could beat us. The team that went toe to toe with Georgia. You sure about that? I mean, I think UGA Dog might actually back me up on this. I don't really think you guys. Yeah, you won your bowl game, whoever in the world you played, but I don't know about that.
When they play Georgia, how well does Kentucky do?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if the UGA Dog is out there, how you guys done versus Kentucky the last couple of years? Just curious.
Yeah, you actually could probably go back 10 years almost, but
let's see here. He actually left a comment. It brings up.
There we go.
I hear Georgia plays Clemson next season. What do you think? I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch, to be honest. It depends on Clemson. I mean, Clemson's got that freshman quarterback, and he got to play a little bit in that against Notre Dame.
Yeah, he played the whole game.
Yeah, that's right. He did. He played the whole game. He actually looked pretty good. But I mean, dude, crud. What's Georgia's quarterback's name?
Lawrence?
No, Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. JT Daniels.
Daniels, yeah. Dude, I will give him credit. He throws one of the most. He throws a deep ball like Jeff Blake. When he would throw that thing, I mean, it damn near went out of the TV screen and dropped from the sky into him. So he's got a great deep ball. And I'll give you guys credit. I'd never heard of the guy. I didn't know who he was. I give Georgia fan credit. He is good, and that would be a really good game. As I'm like right now, I have no idea, but it'll be fun game to watch. Is all I'll say.
Yeah, next year's going to be all about your recruits, your classes, the guys you got coming in. This
is okay. Poor Bear goes, you lost 45-0 to Ohio State. Yes, last year. You are correct. We did. Right. That's last year, not this year. Ohio State just got their ass whooped by Alabama. So what's your point? You guys can't compare years, especially in college football. You can't ever compare years. The teams are always different.
Oh, and by the way, the Kentucky bowl game that someone brought up, they played North Carolina State is what I'm looking at.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a juggernaut right there. Man. Poor Bengals fan. Let's see. Who has UC beat in football? Tulsa got smoked by 3. All right. Who would they beat? They beat everybody on their freaking schedules who they beat except Georgia, and we lost by 3 points. So anyway, moving on. If you ever want to make some actual valid points about it, that's fine. But
come on live with
show and talk,
Because I got to kind of back Jeff and Mike up on this one. Even with the Buckeye thing, I appreciate that. And I believe if we played them this year, we would have whooped them pretty good still. But you can't.
Here you go.
One year to another is completely different.
Yeah, you can't. That's the stupidest thing ever to compare that. UC scored 21 against Georgia. Kentucky scored 3.
That's what I was waiting on.
Yep,
Thank you.
Kentucky. I'm sure you guys would have blown us out. Thanks, dog. Thanks. Appreciate
and then
that.
you probably go back, like I said, 5 to 10 years, and maybe it's probably close. It's Kentucky has not been good for a long time.
We got Griff. Griff has actually got the guts to come on the show. What's up, Griff?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Brother?
Can we talk about the Cats in Alabama tonight?
In what?
Battle the SEC unbeatens? Basketball?
Sure. I don't know anything about it, but go ahead. What you got?
Oh, you got Alabama. Okay, you're talking.
They're playing basketball tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
Basketball.
What you got? What you got?
UK. Sorry about that.
Right.
You good?
What's up, Griff?
Kentucky would beat UC in football. That's first off. That would happen.
They scored 3 points on Georgia, dude. They scored 3 points on Georgia this year. So, no, you're wrong. Moving on.
And everybody freaking out about the Reds. There's no need to freak out right now. The market hasn't even been set.
Yeah, but they keep talking about trading everybody. That's the only noise we hear. They're trading everybody.
They're not going to trade all them players.
Well, they already traded Iglesias, and they didn't re-sign. I can't remember the Archie Bradley. They didn't re-sign him. I mean, they haven't signed anybody. I mean, I still think there'd be a good team regardless. I mean, right now I think they could win this. They have a chance of winning the Central, but they still need to add people.
Well, the only position that the market has really been set in is the closer's role, and that's Hendrick signing last night. So shortstop hasn't been set or nothing like that.
Right.
You guys are sleeping on Kentucky football. And we need to talk more about Kentucky in this. It's local. So
right.
Go Cats.
Bring them up. Yeah, man.
You guys can bring them up all you want.
I had no idea that Cincinnati was playing Alabama tonight in basketball.
Oh, I did
because no. Kentucky hasn't lost a conference game yet, unlike UC, who's 1-1. So,
yeah, Kentucky's playing Alabama tonight.
But Kentucky, that's okay. Okay,
yeah,
all right.
That's what he's talking about.
You guys ought to be able to. Well, I don't know. I haven't watched Alabama this year, but I have watched a few basketball games of theirs for about the past 8 years, and they've never gave you too much to be excited about. So, I could see UK winning the game, even though it hasn't started out very well for UC or UK.
No, UC's playing terrible. Well, they're getting better, but that's not going to be a very good year for them. That's too much transition year. Too many freshmen and sophomores.
Well, they got the right coach at UC, so.
Oh, I agree with that. I think Brandon's the right coach, and all these Bearcat fans need to just chill out on saying he's not the right coach. If you actually watch Bearcat basketball and the offense of what they're trying to do and what they're trying to do on defense, once they ever get it, it's going to work. Crown's got a good comment here for you, Griff. He said you can't argue with a Kentucky fan because they don't listen.
I'm listening. Who's a Crown fan of?
Crown likes Florida State. That's who Crown likes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a Seminole.
Yeah.
Now,
let me know when they make a bowl game.
Right.
I think Kentucky beat Florida State in a bowl game years ago, but
did they?
A few years ago, maybe.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was probably before we were all born, but
Nah.
I'm playing with you, Griff. It's all good.
You're good. You're good. I hope you got rid of all your shoestrings and belts after last night. So.
Oh, dude, you should have saw him. I know you're not on Ohio State Bucknuts, but you should have saw him last night. He was pissed.
I'm just giving you guys hell. You know that.
Hey, we know.
Good, man.
That's what we're here for. It's fun. Go back and forth.
Any other way.
But Justin Herbert is Rookie of the Year, so.
Well, yeah, that's because Joe Burrow got hurt.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. If Joe Burrow didn't get hurt, Herbert wouldn't have got it.
Who's your team, Griff, in the NFL?
He likes the Chargers.
Big Chargers fan.
Oh my God!
And
And you live in Kentucky? Give me a
Chargers.
damn break.
Yep.
I'm playing, bro.
I know.
Hey man, you like who you like, man.
Tyrod Taylor beat you guys. That's all I gotta say. But
Actually, I think the refs beat us in that game. To be honest with you, the non-pass interference, dude. They don't ever call that. Give me a break. They don't ever call that stupid. That especially on a veteran like AJ Green. They don't call that on him. Give me a break. Not a touchdown. That game was over. That dude. Honestly, look, Griff. I'll tell you this. Honestly, if that call is not made and the Bengals win the very first game and Joe Burrow comes back and wins it, I think that changes our entire season.
Oh yeah, I would have hit all my belts and shoestrings then. But I think Randy Bullock. I think it's funny he didn't know which calf he hurt after that game, but
Fat Randy.
He was lumping on both.
Yeah, that's another thing. We got to figure out our kicking situation because I don't think the Sherbert or Herbert or whatever the hell the guy's name they brought in, I don't think he's the answer.
Seibert, yeah, and I don't know if he hurt himself while he was jogging out to kick the field goal or when he was jogging out after the field goal. I mean, he's right. Like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man going through New York City, coming out to kick the ball.
Oh, I'm coming to kick the ball. Okay, let's go. Put it down.
Here I am, Cincinnati. Keep giving me millions. Time to move.
Shoot, honestly, that Georgia kid is a freshman who kicked the 50-something yard field goal to beat us. I'll take him for the Bengals as a field goal kicker. That was, dude.
Look at Georgia's last kicker, Blankenship. Dude, he's in the NFL doing well.
Yeah. Oh, isn't he the one with the goggles? That's with the Colts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But that freshman, I mean, I'll give that freshman credit. He's a freshman. All the pressure in the world, you missed this, it's over. And he drilled that sumbitch. That was straight down the middle.
No.
Sorry, I cussed. My bad.
Well, I heard Ohio State's kicker is going to be one of the best ones coming out this year.
The one got COVID?
Yeah, Habil, no. If he can, if he can join a game with us, it'd be nice. But yeah, he's a good kicker.
Are you guys ever done with the excuses? It's always injuries, stuff like that. Ohio State's supposed to have, the best depth in college football. They get all these 5-star recruits and stuff like that.
We just won a championship 4 years ago. This makes the fifth year, but what are you talking about? That's what I'm.
Come on, Griff, come at him. Don't back down. Don't get his ass.
He knows it's all right here. It's all right. And if we want to go Kentucky, come on now.
Is the SEC 11 of the last 14 years championships on that paper?
What does the SEC have to do with you other than your team's in it? And it's at the bottom every year. What does that?
We got to support the conference, right?
Yeah, you're talking about the conference.
Oh, man. My man.
But
Yeah,
Kentucky football will be good next year. They got a lot of returning players and stuff like that. So, and a new offensive coordinator. Don't have to run the ball on 3rd and 7 no more.
Yeah, I do think Kentucky will be solid. I really do.
Grip, I wish UC and Kentucky would play each other in football. I wish they play each other in basketball too.
Why not?
I've never understood that. Well, I know what. No. I know why they won't play us in basketball. Kentucky won't play us in basketball because in 1984, Tony Yates, who's the coach for the University of Cincinnati basketball, was going against the #1 team in the country named Kentucky, and he played stall ball because that was the only chance he had to beat them. And ever since then, Kentucky's like, you guys played stall ball against us 47 years ago. We're never playing you again. Like, come on. It's just like, it's just like Ohio State. If we want to play them, we have to go there because in 2002, we damn near beat you. So you're like, no, we're not going to come down there and play you guys. You got to come to the shoe.
Hey, Griff, is he talking about the past again?
He is. He forgot. Did
he not forget what he was just saying 10 minutes ago, Griff, or is this just me?
These
Mike,
are
I don't know if
facts
you heard.
to why you guys won't play my teams. Just saying.
Didn't Kentucky beat UC in the NCAA tournament for talking about the past a few years ago?
Yeah, they did. I didn't say we'd beat you. I said I wanted to play you. I said this is the reason you guys won't play us. Never. They see now you're getting not see. First thing you guys do is you did we do this? I never said I beat you. I said I wanted to play you. I said that's all I said. And you guys won't play us. So.
Let me know when UC makes it to the second weekend.
Well, it won't be this year because we won't be in the tournament.
Maybe the NIT second weekend.
We got to win some games getting the NIT right now, too, to be honest. We got, I think, 4 wins? It's not very good.
3 and 7, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're right, Mike.
But I do agree with Jeff, though. Those are just the reasons why, Kentucky won't play us and Ohio State can't come to Cincinnati. So,
well, when you're in a big conference and you're a powerhouse, we don't come to your little place. You come to our house. It's like on Thanksgiving. When you come to Grandma and Grandpa's house, that's the way it works out when in football. Grandma and Grandpa, you come to our house. And you still make money.
Yeah, that's because you paid us over $1 million to get out of the contract to play us.
45-0 last year.
Just saying. I know. That's your play. You guys won't come here and play. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that'd make a big difference, wouldn't it?
Oh, believe me, I would love to play Ohio State.
Difference. We just did to Georgia and a neutral field. Yes, it makes a huge difference.
You play Georgia on a neutral field, you got
against you, and then you get in a different stadium where you have your own fans. Yes, that makes a huge difference. And if you don't think it does, then you're just kidding yourself.
Not when you're playing against UC and you're against a Georgia or a Alabama or an Ohio State or a Clemson.
Really? Okay. Well, we just about beat Georgia.
Yeah.
And then in 2002, when you guys won the national championship,
I guess you could, and
University of Cincinnati was in Conference USA. And it took, exactly. It was a crappy conference. And we had 3 shots at the end zone. If we catch one of them, we beat your ass. So, I'm pretty sure if we play you here, it's going to be a big difference. Pretty sure.
Sure could have won.
Candy and nuts. We'd all have a merry.
I can't help it. You guys are scared to come play us. It's not. Hey, we wouldn't play you guys these places. It's not my fault. It's not my fault you bought us out.
What was your team doing last night? What
was my team doing last night?
What was your team doing when we were watching? What was your team doing?
They were watching the Buckeyes get their ass whooped.
They're losing recruits.
This coming from a Buckeye fan, though, guys. Just so that way everybody knows.
You're throwing shit at my team. Right back, bro.
Check it out. His team was on the couch when we were whooping Clemson. His team was on the couch last night, no matter what happened with our injuries. I don't care. Bama whooped us. Yep. But we were there. We earned our spot. We beat the team Alabama could not beat.
Did I say you didn't?
Oh, you said we got our asses whooped.
Well, you did.
But you're a Buckeye fan. So a Buckeye fan would normally say, we had some things happen, but it is what it is. Not, you got your ass whooped. Blah, 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 blah.
You did.
Hey, didn't a 3-win SEC team beat the second best team in the American Conference? Didn't Mississippi State beat Tulsa?
Oh, yeah. The American Conference, the American Conference teams in the bowl games did terrible. They did awful. What do I think about the Panthers? I think the Panthers are on the right track. I think they got the right coach, and I think they got a good offensive coordinator. And I actually like Teddy Bridgewater as a quarterback, to be honest. So
I think so. Yeah,
I mean, I think they're on the right track. The interesting thing, though, and Griff, you can answer this too, with Trash, having such a good year he did.
You're right, Trash. You had it right the first time. Go ahead.
And then, crud. Well, Alabama's quarterback name last night.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones. And they got Fields, and you got Trevor Lawrence. And the guy out of BYU. There's 5 quarterbacks right there.
Zach Wilson.
There's a chance that I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but there's a chance all 5 of them could go. Well, not 5, because 5 would be Bengals, but 4 of them could get picked in the first 4 picks. Because Miami, dude, I don't think they're sold on Tua. I really don't. I mean,
I don't think so either.
I think they're worried about his health for sure. I don't, and him coming out of Alabama, he was injury prone, and they knew that. And then when he started and they threw him in there, he got a little nicked up, banged up a little bit here and there, and it doesn't ever stop it to it. So far, it hasn't anyway.
So I have to bring up Dallas' comment here. He's calling me a bandwagon fan.
My boy.
So let me get this straight here. I'm seeing a fact that Ohio State got their ass whooped. I'm seeing a fact that UC played toe-to-toe with Georgia. These are facts. It has nothing to do with a fan or not. This is what actually happened. Okay? So just get that straight. Moving on. Go ahead.
He also brought up the 2002 game where they almost beat us and still didn't.
Again, facts.
We're talking about a decade ago.
Again, talking about how Ohio State bought us out of our contract.
To go how about last year? 45-0. Should I go on?
No, you beat us 45-0. What's your point? I said come to Nipper to play us there. Facts are you guys bought us out. You won't come to Nipper to play. These are facts.
What happened? By the way,
Griff left.
What happened to Griff? He just
jumped off.
Hey, Griff, we're just a couple that are trying to get through divorce here. You know what I mean? We're trying to work things out.
Come here.
I'll give you a hug. Come here.
But just to go back on the comment about Joe Burrow real quick, his MCL should be already close to being healed. I think the reason why the process is longer is because the ACL, for him to build the knee back up, like Jeff said, and Jeremy, you even said it too. So, it's going to be close to the first week, but I still think he'll be back.
Oh, I pray he is. And I know Jeff, what Bengal fan, you know what I mean? Like,
every Bengal fan wants him back first week. There is a Bengal fan out there that doesn't want him back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's definitely going to be. It's just that's what Joe's trying to do. And I personally think there's a very good chance that it will happen.
And I also love the enthusiasm, even if he isn't back.
The cool part was too, that's another thing which I was bringing up, which you kind of want to get into too, is that the NFL free agency starts March 17th. So that's going to be a critical thing for the Bengal fans. Exactly. If we can go out there and we can sign a tackle and a guard, then we can go out and get Jamar Chase. And if you heard Joe Burrow in his interview today, he didn't say he wanted Jamar Chase, but he would that would be nice to have him back in the fold. If you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Sample and Oboihi, dude, that would be nice. But they have got to fix the offensive line first before you get toys. And the thing is, if they go outside to offensive line, if they sign a tackle and they sign a guard, then you can go, like I said, go and get these guys. Go get Jamar Chase. And in the second round, you can get the defensive pass rusher that hopefully you need. Hopefully he's there.
Yes, there should be. There's no reason there shouldn't be a good one there in the second round. And like we were talking about before the show, I would rather almost have a free agent lineman that is proven, 2 of them. We've got Spain, we've got Ciafilo, who's played pretty well since he's got back. And, we're only a couple of players away. And then we've got, one of them will have to be a backup. It's just the way it is. But
yeah, I mean, that's. I mean, you're going to need you're going to need good backups. I mean, if Spain or Fielder are backups, that's fine. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Now, when does the NFL draft start? Do you know?
March 29th.
March 29th? Okay.
That's the date. I mean, I thought it was April, but then I looked it up again. And I'm pretty sure it's March 29th. It is in Cleveland, Ohio. And, dude, if they let fans in, I wouldn't mind making a road trip up there to go watch that. I've never got to see it. I mean, I've watched it on TV, obviously, but never actually been there. So, all right, get low. There's talk about trading with Miami. Deshaun Watson could be for Tua. Well, I've heard him to Miami, and I've also heard Deshaun Watson to the 49ers. So I mean there is something there because Deshaun Watson, as far as I know, won't answer the phone or call the owner back of the Texans. So there's something going on there. And Deshaun wants to I'm not saying he wants to get out, but I won't be surprised if he wants to, because they traded his best wide receiver last year, which was stupid, and he's killing it in Buffalo, or not Buffalo. Did he trade the Buffalo? Where did they trade? Because Diggs went
Arizona, wasn't it?
Arizona, yes, you're right. Because Diggs was in Minnesota, and he went to Buffalo. Yeah. But so I can see Deshaun wanting to get out of there. And the thing is, the Texans almost need to, because they got they don't have a first round pick. It's Miami's. They traded their number one pick this year. They got such a big cap hit with J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson. So that's a really hard team to figure out what in the world they can do to try to get better.
Now, you said just real quick, you said the NFL drafts in March, right? March 29th?
Yeah, March 29th, I'm pretty sure.
It says April 29th. The first round is the 29th. Second,
I've looked that up too. Yeah,
okay.
I've looked it up. Both of them, I've heard it both ways. I've heard April 29th and I heard March 29th. The last one I heard was March 29th. You might be right. It might be April 29th, to be honest. Two places I've looked it up, I've had two different dates. So I don't know.
I'm guessing it probably has a lot to do with COVID and protocols.
I mean, the bottom line is free agency is March 17th. I just looked that up today.
It's before, period.
It's before it, right. So Dog wants to know, have you heard about Brock Van Griffin? Vandergraff. The name sounds familiar. I'm trying to think of who the heck he is.
Yeah. What's he do?
Is he a Bulldog?
Yeah. What's he up to, man?
Yeah, I know it. I know the name, but I can't.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard the name.
Yeah.
I thought he was the kicker or something for Georgia. I don't know.
He's got a kicker name.
Is he the one that's for the Colts that we were just talking about?
Blankenship.
Blankenship. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Blankenship. Yeah, he's from last year.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dennis has got a question here for you, Jeremy D.
Hey, Jeremy D. I think I understand now. Do you agree with me? Strawberry Ice is a closet Bearcats fan. Oh, I don't think he's in the closet about it, brother.
Who?
I think he's a Bearcat fan. I think he came out of the closet since I met him 5 months ago, whatever.
I went to school there, brother. That's my school. You should see my truck. I have a big UC flag on my truck. I'm a UC fan. I mean, I root for Ohio State, but I'm a UC fan. So, dude, you're an Ohio State fan and you root for the Bearcats if they're not playing Ohio State. You've admitted that. So you're going to roll your eyes and admit it. Shut up.
Oh, me shut up?
Yes, you shut up.
Oh, got their ass whooped last night. I got their ass whooped. Me shut up?
Sorry. You got the ass whooped.
You want to? You come.
Come. Wait, bring it. Come. Wait, where are you? Which side are you? This side. Come on.
I know. That's what I was trying to figure out. Where in the hell is this guy?
Where'd he go? Mom, I want the meatloaf. Meatloaf. All right, show's going off the track again.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Mike's losing it. All right, get low. Who would you go with, Devontae Smith or Chase Young? See, I would personally go with Jamar Chase because we have Joe Burrow. That's the only reason I would do that. What do you guys think?
Mike, go ahead.
He's bowing out.
No, actually, I would definitely go with Jamar Chase just because, like Jeff said, because of Burrow, because he knows his speed, he knows how to get the ball to him. So, yeah, I would have to go with Chase.
After watching Devontae Smith this year, I know he's 6'1". I know he's got a ton of speed. He's not the tallest guy. He weighs $175. That scares me. Just like last night when he got tackled by Pete Warner, who didn't want to tackle anybody last night. I mean, well, he was about the only person tackling last night, but and got hurt with the fingers, the hand. Burrow, if it wasn't for Burrow, I would say Devontae Smith. But we got Burrow. If we had to, we'll go with Chase.
You got a roommate request, Jeremy.
If you guys get divorced, I guess I'll move with Jeremy Dean. I got one extra bedroom, and I don't want no hanky-panky going on there, okay? I'll tell you that right now.
You guys are too much. You guys are too much.
Bob's back. He says, number one QB in the country, UGA commit. Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
all right. So he's committed for 2021 or 2022. Is he coming in this next football season or 2022?
Yeah, because I was about to say the Buckeyes got Kyle McCord, and he was the 5-star just about.
Because I know the Bearcats, we got the number one quarterback. And he was Mr. Ohio, and he's got hair about this big, which I would love to have hair about that big. And he's most likely going to be our starter in 2022. So
I tell you what, it's amazing when it comes to quarterback spot in college because I'll go back to the Alabama game in 2015. Cardell Jones, nobody knew or hardly knew about him, and dude came out and got drafted. Because of because his 2-3 games he played for us, so you never know. You get the best of the best of the best, just like the Buckeyes, just like Alabama, Georgia, UC's coming up quickly.
What? Wait, what? You're not throwing shade on my team? What the hell?
No, I'm just saying they are. You guys are getting good recruits, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes that 5-star guy isn't the right fit, and the 3-star guy comes in. Cardell Jones being an example, last 3 games, championship, playoffs, and you never know what can happen at quarterback. So I don't really get that thrilled when the Buckeyes get these 5-star quarterbacks. We got 2 of them on the bench right now, another one coming in. Whoever plays the best is going to play, period, in practice.
Mike says, I think we'll get the tackle from Georgia. Teams will trade up for quarterbacks. That's kind of what I was saying, I guess. And I didn't really make my point, I guess, about how all these quarterbacks that are, there's 5 of them that could be first-round picks. And NFL teams are going to take it. Now, it depends if the Jets decide to go with Sam Darnold and keep him. But they can also take why can't I remember the guy's name from last night? The Alabama wide receiver.
Devontae Smith?
Yeah, well, they might take Devontae Smith. So Chase could still be there, and Sewell could be there. So we'll see what happens. And Chris has got a question here for us. He says, "How much impact do you guys think Frank Pollock will have drafting players for the offensive line?" Well, if he gets as much input as Jim Turner did, a lot, because we didn't draft anybody because Jim Turner said we're good. So if they take the same. Give him the same leeway that they gave Turner. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot.
And free agency too, big time. One or the other. Like we were talking about earlier. I'm not stuck on the draft. I'm not stuck on free agency. All I know is we've got to make our offensive line better, our defensive line better, and however we do that, I don't care. But it's got to be done, and we got to keep Burrow safe.
The way that I think would help the Bengals out the best is if they can do it is you sign, like I said, you sign a tackle, you sign a guard, you get that set, then you can go get your toy. You can get your shiny little toy. You can get Jamar Chase. You can get these guys. You can get that. If you don't do that before the draft, to me, you got to draft Sewell. If he's there, you got to draft him because you didn't fix it in free agency. So that's what I'm hoping they're going to do. I hope they go and try to fix the offensive line in free agency. Then the draft is more open because you're not so handcuffed to, we got to fix the offensive line. If you do it in the free agent, it's already fixed and you're open to do whatever,
And with our draft record on offensive linemen these past few years, everybody's talking about, Alex Leatherwood for Alabama. He's
I was impressed with him last night, to be honest.
I watched him a lot, but I'm thinking to myself, do we really want to take him at 5? I mean, you start reaching and it gets scary. Yeah.
That's where I'm like, just go to free agent, go sign two good offensive linemen and be done with it. Fix the line like that. Just get 2 guys who can do it, have done it, and fix the line. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. And then you can draft some more backup guys in the later rounds if you want to. Crown's got a question for you there, Jeremy.
JD, what did your girlfriend say about the game last night? Okay, for one, I kicked her ass out. All right, she's out. I wasn't going to hear any more of it. She's still partying with her friends, and when she's done, she wants to have a reasonable conversation, like 2 adults.
Did she go streaking?
Yeah,
we're going streaking.
I'm sure she was running down Gunnersville, diving in the lake, doing the stupid, dive in the ice challenge, whatever. Alabama fans.
That's next year.
But I do agree with both of you guys, though. We've been saying it all year, during Bengals season that we, Jeff, Jeremy, we all said it. We have to get an offensive line because it is only going to take one more time for Burrow to get hit in that same knee and his career is done. So they need to make sure, like Jeff said the other day, it has to be right. If it doesn't get right, then he's going to get hurt and he's done. So,
yeah, one more hit, one more hit like that. It's over.
Mike says, what's your thoughts on ESPN saying we draft the tackle from Northwestern at 5? Dude, ESPN and their stuff. Topic Shea has got the quarterback from BYU going ahead of the field, which I mean, maybe he does, but I wouldn't.
ESPN's got 40 guys that come out with mock drafts,
Yeah. And ESPN is firing all their good guys. I mean, honestly, they're letting them all go.
I'm sorry. That's the truth.
Yeah. So I'm like, ESPN is really, Fox I think is a better sports network now than ESPN. I mean, ESPN's got more games, but as far as shows and content and guys that know what they're talking about, I think it's more Fox than ESPN now, if you ask my opinion about that, but I don't think anybody was.
And my thing is, if the dude out of Oregon, Sewell, however people are not pronounce his name.
Well, I think is what you say now. Swell.
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Swell. If he's not there, and we have Chase, Pitts, all these things, and we get a team that offers us maybe a 3rd round pick to go back 2 or 3 spots, do we take the chance to miss out on maybe Chase, Pitts, whatever, and then take Leatherwood maybe, or do we stay where we're at and take Chase or Devontae Smith or whoever may still be there?
Yeah, Brad's got a comment here. We have to get a workable mixture from the draft and free agents to fix both lines. Then you worry. But yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, I agree with it. But to me, if you can get the free agents and you get that offensive line, which is the biggest thing, they don't have that offensive line. I mean, the offensive line, in my opinion, and I think the Bengals are thinking this is the biggest thing to fix this year. If you go out and just take care of that right off the bat in free agency, then it kind of opens the door up for other stuff you can do in the draft. You can trade down, you can trade up, you can do different things. You can just sit pat and you take Chase, or you take somebody else. You don't have to take. Or the other thing is too, you can do this way. If you sign 2 offensive linemen and then you draft Sewell anyway, then sheesh, your offensive line, you're just gonna be great. So I mean, that's another option. That's what I'm saying. To me, they got to start in free agency and and start from there and get it fixed, and then worry about the draft. Dennis, you're back. What's up, brother?
What's up, D?
Hey, do you think the Bengals should stay put at number 5 or trade down? Or do you know any good offense line free agency they can get?
Well, that's exactly what I was just saying. Tooney from New England, a free agent. Yeah, I was just saying that. I think they should sign the free agent tackles first and just fix that. And then they had the doors open, Dennis. They can do if they sign a tackle and they sign a guard, then the offensive line is pretty much fixed. Then just think this: if you sign that, you sign a tackle, you sign a guard, and then Sewell is there, you can pick him too if you want, or you can pick Jamar Chase, or you can pick Pitts from Florida. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's not as much as, oh my God, we got to get this guy out of Oregon. We got to do this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Free agency, then we're good. What?
Or worst case scenario, DP is, our defensive line needs work too. So if we take care of some offensive line in free agency before the draft, we can move back and get one serious dude, a beast to put beside Reader in the middle, or a pass rusher.
Yeah, there's this guy coming out of Miami.
There. Go ahead, Dennis.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I was just saying, there was this guy coming out of Miami. He's supposed to be this top edge rusher. If we get our free agents, offense line, maybe we can get that edge rusher from Miami.
Yeah, that's
wide open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you get the free agency and fix the offensive line, it's open to do a lot of stuff here. Chris says, if Sewell isn't there, you take Deontay Brown from Alabama. He hasn't allowed a single sack across 3 seasons.
Ooh, Deontay Brown. I don't.
Is he a guard? I don't even. I watched the game last night. I don't even remember him. I was watching offensive line. I don't even remember him. I'm sure he was there. I just didn't pay attention, I guess.
I just think if we went that route, it would be Leatherwood, but I don't want to reach for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing is like Sewell is the only one that I've seen in everybody's mock drafts and everybody doing the rankings that is a top 5 pick. Everybody else are really good tackles or offensive linemen, but they're lower. So that's where I don't want to reach at 5 if you don't have to. So that's where I'm like, I'll say it again. You sign 2 free agents, offensive lineman, guard, tackle, and then it's open. You can do what you want,
And we can still take Wyatt Davis in the second round if he's there.
Now, the question is, how bad's his knee? Because he was that could knock him down to the 3rd round, dude. If he got a knee problem,
depending, we could.
Unfortunately for him, but that's what could happen.
And it would be a luxury pick for us. I mean, really, at the end of the day, to have somebody.
I don't know if I want to do that because that's what we did with Oboihi, the swinging gate. He had a knee injury and he never was the same.
Yeah, I don't think his is what he went through though. And being a guard, I've been reading a lot on Ohio State Buckeyes. I've looked for anything that would tell me that, it's a serious knee injury like a Burrow or a Joe Theismann or something crazy. And nothing's just coming out right now that saying it's that bad. So I'm just saying if he would happen to fall into a later round, shoot.
Hey, Dog is throwing you some shade. He said, David Sweeney, here's my rankings. CL Clemson, I think 1, UGA 2, Alabama 3, Florida 4, UC 25, and Ohio State at 11.
Yeah, Ohio State 11. After we whooped that ass.
He follows up with LOL. He's just kidding.
Oh, well, you're good. I guess dog. We'll call you dog.
Call him dog. Dog.
We don't want no kitty cats. We want dogs.
What dog? I want some dogs. Some dogs, baby.
Coastal Carolina coach. We don't want no kitty cats. Meow, meow. We want dogs.
So what else you got, Dennis?
Yeah, what do you think about Jamal Chase? The connection because you already had that reps, or they can wait until Marvin Harris Jr. comes out. That's maybe a couple years. Yeah, whenever he's supposed to be the top receiver when he comes out, Marvin Harris Jr. Wait for him to come out at Ohio State, or you maybe Jamal Chase.
the Bengals drafting a wide receiver this
Yeah.
year, or just? Well, I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
to
Harrison's
me,
way
I mean-
down the line.
I mean,
yeah, Harrison's going to be a while. I think we're going to have to address it. We're going to have to address the wide receiver this year. I mean,
Yeah, if
because
we
they
don't
don't
get-
sign AJ
yeah.
Green, they got to do something. And I mean, just because you don't get Jamar Chase, you don't get Devontae Smith. There's other wide receivers you can get, later on down the line. But that's where,
but they can do it. They can play with their eyes closed. They got that connection, like they can do with the breathing. They don't have to know they know they're at. Like they say, they go there and they're thinking and they can just do it.
Yeah, you talk about Burrow and Chase, right?
Chase, yeah.
Yeah,
Back shoulder passes.
Yeah.
I mean, just they're incredible. They were incredible that one year, and we'll see. That's the draft's still a long way away. Like Jeff said, free agency is before the draft.
Well, one thing I heard too is they might not be doing the combine this year, which would suck. I like the combine I guess because of COVID. Or whatever, which I'm like, why can't they do the combine? I mean, they could social distance. I mean, there's barely anybody actually at the combine anyway. I'm not sure why they wouldn't do it. But anyway, Christopher says, we all know the Bengals have never utilized the tight end properly. That's why I would be leery of getting Kyle Pitts. Well,
he's not really a tight end, though.
That's not true. When they had, what the tight end out of Notre Dame? Oh my goodness,
Tyler Eifert.
Yes, Eifert. They utilized him pretty good. His problem was he couldn't stay healthy. So
yeah, no, I mean
so
Kyle Pitts plays tight end, but he's going to have to work himself into a tight end body. Is what because a lot of teams are talking about taking him and making him a wide receiver. So
come on, get out of here, Crown. What draft are you seeing this? Sorry, there is no way that Wyatt Davis is not going to pick fifth, dude. That's not, and especially now with his knee injury. No, nobody. Okay, I don't know what mock draft you've been looking at, but whoever said Wyatt Davis to go fifth, they're smoking crack.
Maybe
I think Wyatt Davis,
fifth in
Wyatt
the
Davis
second round.
Yeah. He's not. They're not even. I mean, if he goes first round, it's gonna be late first round, not fifth overall.
I mean, to be honest with you, we were talking about the whole tight end thing. I don't even think we really need a tight end. We got Uzama, and then you got Sample. So why?
I do think we're good there, to be honest.
I mean, there ain't no reason to go out and get another tight end. We need more offensive linemen than anything.
Well, we need offensive linemen, and then as far as an offensive position group, we need more wide receivers than we need tight ends. We got two, and I know people are like, "Oh, Uzama isn't that good?" Like, dude, he in the first 2 or 3 games, he was playing pretty good. And other people give Sample crap, but Sample, I think, had a good year this year. I'm not saying all pro or anything like that, but again, if you get an offensive line, if you get the offensive line fixed and you have Joe, you've got, like I said this before, you got the biggest toy that you can have. You have the quarterback. Now get the offensive line, get the defensive line fixed, and it fixes everything else. Because like I said, Tom Brady he had 1 year, he had Randy Moss. Other than that, what great wide receiver did he have? He has Gronk. I give him that. Gronk was a good tight end. But I mean, other than that, there've been years where he didn't have anybody. I mean, even when Gronk was there, Gronk was it, And Edelman, but Edelman's not always a great wide receiver. He's a good one.
I was gonna bring up Edelman and these other guys, but they were nobodies until they got with Tom Brady, and he made them somebodies. You know what I mean? He made them names that people recognized. Wes Welker, all these guys, they were nobodies, but he turned them into somebody. And I believe Burrow can do that with just about anybody.
Chris says Uzama is a free agent this year. Yeah, but he's a injured free agent. So I think there's good, and I don't think there's gonna be a problem signing him, to be honest. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think that's going to be an issue signing him. I think Willie J3 is going to be the bigger issue trying to get him signed. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they just franchise tag Willie J3 if they can't come to terms with him.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. But
there is one team that's looking at WJ3. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was like a while back. But it was the San Diego Chargers that were looking at him. So,
Carl says Tom had AB. Yeah, he had him for 2 games in New England. I mean, we're talking about when he won Super Bowls, buddy. Carl, when he won Super Bowls, I mean, even when he had Randy Moss, he didn't win a Super Bowl. Look at the wide receivers he had when he won Super Bowls. I mean, none of them are like Hall of Fame wide receivers. The other ones that would be close would be Gronk and Edelman. They'd be close. And I think Gronk is going to be a Hall of Famer, but Edelman, I think he's borderline.
Well, I will agree with Jeff on one thing, though, is that you fix the offensive line, everything else will fall into place.
As far as on the offensive side of the ball, defense line, you still got to fix that too. But yes,
Yeah.
Anything else, Dennis? I think we're about to get ready to roll on out of here. It's almost 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I just have one little question. Has anybody resigned Thaddeus Small since the Redskins cut him? I mean, he can't be that much. He can't be that high expensive.
Oh, no, he's not expensive at all.
Do you think that's a dud or a good idea?
I thought it was a good idea, but nobody ever signed him. I don't think anybody signed him.
Oh.
No, he went through waivers. Ed wouldn't even take his rookie contract. So that's
Oh.
Who did he mention? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Thaddeus Moss. Thaddeus Moss.
It wouldn't be a bad pickup, but yeah, we've got.
I want them to pick him up.
Yeah.
We could always throw him on the practice squad if he did.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Joe Burrow can always use some more toys.
Exactly.
I love you guys.
All right. Thanks, Dennis. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Dennis.
All right, get a couple more here, and then we'll jump out. But Naden just jump on. Let's see here. We have a tough schedule next year: Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Vikings, Bears, and the usual Browns, Squealers, and Ravens. How do you guys think we will do? Right now, if we played them that schedule with the team we have now, we would go. We'd have maybe a 1 win. I can't answer that right now. You got to see what they do in the offseason, and if Joe Burrow comes back and they fix the offensive line, they fix. You can't answer that right now. You know, talk to me in June or July. We're getting closer to the season.
Yeah, and just to whatever I think what he's trying to get at, I think we've got to have 9 or 10 wins at least next year, or I don't see Zach and the rest of the crew.
They're going to have to have 9 or 10 wins just to compete in this division next year.
Exactly, and if they don't get that, I can see our coaches being blown up and everybody new coming back in.
Mike says, "Is there any good defensive players we could take at 5? If we do, I think it'll be reaching. I mean, so that's why I don't see that happen. I think that's to be more in the second round. Christopher goes, defense wins football games. Yeah. Well, just you see the Kansas City Chiefs. Did you see what Alabama did last night? Their defense wasn't that good. They just outscored Ohio State. So yes, but football's changing. It's spread them out, throw the ball all over the place, and outscore them. So yes, it does, but not all the time.
Yep. And there's a few defensive guys out there I've heard brought up, like Patrick Surtain, cornerback. I can't see us reaching for a cornerback and with the 5th pick unless he's a Darrell Revis player.
Why would I do this? Dog says, he said, Joe Ice, if UGA beats Clemson, you have to buy a UGA jersey and hang it up. Why do I have to do that? Neither one of them are my team. Now that honestly, that's a bet you should have made with me, which I probably wouldn't have made with you because I wasn't so sure where before the game, before UC and Georgia. And I would have had to buy one to put one up. But I liked it. If I was a Clemson fan, sure. But yeah, I'm not. So appreciate you, dog.
Well, I do want to say one thing before we all get out of here. Bengal fans, Burrow has a long journey, but he is going to come back. And let's do real well in the draft and do real well in the free agency. And I think we'll have a pretty good year next year. So go get them.
Exactly. All right, that brings me to our Facebook groups that we help run. Let me get to it here. Sorry. Look at this stuff. They are Bengals Nation, Bearcat Country, Reds Country, Cyclones Country, and the one we don't run, but we live stream on there. I think we are right now. If Kip put it up, we are. It's Ohio State Bucknuts. Later on tonight, I'll be putting this on the podcast. Like, rate, review. Give me a 5-star review. I'm on BeanPod, Apple Podcasts, iTunes. I mean, like I said, pretty much wherever you get your podcast from, I'm on there. Follow me on all my social media platforms, Sports Strawberry Ice, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. YouTube, like I said, we're at 802 subscribers. That's awesome. So if you guys have watched this show and you're watching on any of these other platforms other than my YouTube channel, please do me a favor. Please go on to Sports Strawberry Ice, give me the view there, comment there, and subscribe there, because you're just helping me out, because I've been doing this for 2 years trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so close. I'm less than 200 people away from it. That is awesome. I never really thought I'd actually get there. I'm kind of surprised how close I am. So I'm getting really excited about it. So if you guys can go there and subscribe, hit the notification button, it says subscribe up there. Hit that, make the word change colors, hit the bell for the notification. So whenever I go live, because we go live at 5:30 every day, but sometimes something happens, and sometimes I got a hair at my butt. I just want to get a 2-cent rant out or something. And you never know what's going to happen. So other than that, Jeremy D, will you do the honors and let us roll on out of here?
Sure will. I am done with this weekend. I'm done with 2020 and the season of 2020.
Yeah.
I hope things change this coming year, and I hope we can all meet up one day and go tailgating at a Bengal game.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
You're coming up here next year sometime for a game.
As long as this COVID crap is over with, I will be up there a game. We've got to get it done. Yeah. And it was awesome. I just want to mention a quick dad alert. My dad noticed that Burrow walked from his car into the stadium with no brace on,
no
wrap, no nothing. That was pretty incredible.
Have you been paying attention to the show? That's the first thing I said when we started the show. But thanks for noticing. Thanks for listening to what I said on the show, Jeremy.
But I'm just saying, my dad, when we watched it a couple days ago, or yesterday, whenever it was, earlier today, and my dad don't get impressed very much. He's always he's out for half the year. So that put him in a good mood. And when my old man's in a good mood, I'm in a good mood.
Jeremy's in a good mood. Like, yeah.
That's right. So until tomorrow night, guys, always remember one thing. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati. So act like it. We're going to keep on bringing the heat. We're going to nail the draft. We're going to nail free agency. And we will see you all here tomorrow. Hoo-day. And you know what? Go Bucks.
Hoo-day. Go Bearcats. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!